Hi there, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for June 2022. And just a quick heads up, I am aware that Saturn and Neptune are going retrograde this month. However, those are complicated retrogrades and better covered in one of my big special videos, and so I'm going to be having that come out soon, so stay tuned for that. If you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what is going on when it comes to your June? Well, we'll start with the Sun, bringing attention, enhancement, and support to you. Happy birthday, Gemini people. The Sun is in your sign through the 21st of the month. And when we have the Sun bringing attention, enhancement, and support to us, be prepared for a lot of transformations to occur when it comes to your everyday life. A lot of contributions are coming your way to change a lot of your normal, to be more efficient, to be more comfortable, to be more rewarding, as well as also attract opportunities to create more closeness in a lot of your sense of community, bring you closer to your friends, new bonding opportunities, and bring in a lot more play, because the Sun always wants to heal and uncomplicate things while also bringing in more wholesome simplicity and jovial experiences for us to sustain on the regular, not just for this month, but what new trends can we set? You may be finding that this can come in the form of material support, social additions, as well as maybe even new hangouts, new pastimes, new activities to commit yourself to. Really important to make sure you stay open to that, because we're kind of molting a lot of what you have been used to from your life experience. After the 21st, we've got the Sun moving on into Cancer, your second house of earned income, employment, your values and valuables through the duration of the month, and going on into July. And with the Sun in your second house, that attention, enhancement, and support is transforming the atmosphere and the environment of all of your working conditions, or your work spaces, however that works for you. Now, this, of course, does come with a plentiful contributions from maybe coworkers and allies, even clients and customers who are being a lot more generous with you. And you are also getting a chance to maybe shift lanes when it comes to maybe a professional path or a career aspiration that you have into something that is much more rewarding, much more fresh, much more dynamic, and more personally gratifying to you. And you're also going to find that if you are looking for new income avenues, however that's going to apply in your life, that is also going to be provided by this transit. We have Mars, the planet of action, passion, energy, and the obstacle-clearing driving force. Mars is in Aries all month. This is your 11th house of friendships, social networking, your platonic support system, and your highest personal goals and aspirations. With Mars here, this is one of the times where people really show up for us. And we have Mars in the 11th house going out of its way to break down barriers that have stood up between you and your closest people. Now, the 11th house tends to focus more on the platonic, so we're talking about the guys, the girls, right? Where is your fellowship? Where is your brotherhood? Where is your sisterhood? And how do we bring those people closer? Whether this has to do with maybe barriers of time, barriers of proximity, or barriers of any kind, Mars has got no tolerance for that. Mars is also going to be bringing you into a position where you are not only working a lot more closely with these people, but you are also able to eliminate any kind of blocks to that true closeness. This is also a time, however, where Mars, the planet that also has no tolerance for fair weather friendships or fakery, is going to be ousting and maybe trouncing some unhealthy friendship dynamics, or maybe even some fair weather or superficial shallow friends you didn't know were also in your midst. So sometimes some conflict may occur here as well. This can also bring up conflict with close friendships, true friendships, just to eliminate any kind of barriers to trust or stronger bonding. But you know what? If it is a strong, true friendship, people can cope with it, so it's okay. Lean in. And this is also a time where an elimination of some kind of barrier or obstacle to the achievement of a personal goal or wish you have held for a long, long time is also going to get underway. We've got Venus, the planet of love, favor, popularity, and affection in Taurus through the 22nd of the month. This is your 12th house of your past, privacy, the hidden zone, anything to do with old business or, again, just things that are not a part of the everyday. And with Venus in the 12th house, this is a time where a lot of you are getting a chance to reclaim and reconnect with old goodies, old resources, old loves, as well as old friendships from your past, as well as opportunities for you to bring support for that which has been maybe neglected or maybe kept out of your space or out of your life because of uncomplimentary inclusions, distractions, or detractions. Venus here is also going to be giving you a lot of secret gifts, a lot of secret acts of generosity from people that you might not necessarily be encouraged to share in a more commonplace or public way until after the 22nd. So make sure you're not shouting everything off the rooftops. And for those of you who are curious about love and romance, yes, Venus here is bringing back opportunities to experience maybe old chapters or old bonding activities, old recreational activities, or old love languages and old intimate expressions from your past into your relationship in the present. And for those of you who are available to new people, well, we may be connecting with opportunities to do that very thing, that's what I mean to say, or have that very experience with either new people or people reminiscent of those from our past, and in some cases, yes, some people from the past. It all depends. That's going to be on a Gemini to Gemini basis. After the 22nd, Venus moves on into your sign, where Venus will be through the duration of the month. And when Venus is in our sign, we're getting the wildcard blessing of Venus, turning you into a love and affection magnet. And a lot of you Gemini people are going to be on cloud nine, especially through this final 10 days of June and going into July. You're going to find that you are getting a lot of attention, a lot of admirers in all kinds of capacities, whether it's platonic, romantic, professional, you name it. And of course, with Venus in your sign, you are also getting elevated in terms of your social status as it relates to what kind of influence you have on the world around you. We have Mercury, the planet of communications, haste, and productivity, in Taurus as well for the first half of the month. Mercury turns direct here on the 3rd and will remain here through the 13th. And with Mercury in the 12th house, this is a time where a lot of shortcuts are being made available to you, a lot of secrets being divulged, and you are getting a chance to speed up your growth in all areas of your life by taking those shortcuts, finding hidden passages, and maybe sidestepping a lot of red tapes and a lot of hoops that others may be more accustomed to jumping through. This is also a time where opening up lines of communication with people from the past or speeding up or catching up on things that have fallen behind in your life is also going to be emphasized. After the 13th, we've got Mercury moving on into your first house, and we continue the theme of speeding up growth when it comes to things that have become sluggish, as well as accelerating progress with projects, both personal and professional, that have been maybe up in the air or stuck in a bit of hang time or having too many delays or distractions or procrastinations or continuances for far too long, especially when it comes to things that have been maybe waiting on other matters to finally wrap themselves up. And now we are kind of letting them not play the waiting game anymore, especially when it comes to any kind of creative project, anything that you've maybe been trying to do with your health, or how you want to change the way you are received or seen in the world. Finally, we got to talk about our lunations, as we always wrap up talking about the full moon and the new moon of the month. And we have a full moon in Sagittarius on June 14th. Full moon being all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And in the 2 weeks following the 14th, this full moon is going to be closing up a lot of stories in your 7th house of partnerships, closest one-on-one connections, boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all of the closest one-on-one engagements or the most consistent one-on-one engagements that you have. This is about closing stories, changing status, and preparing to move on to something new. This can be very, very helpful, especially for those of you that have been looking to take a relationship or a partnership or an alliance in a new direction, change its status, or maybe even codify that relationship or that agreement in a new way. A lot of you may find that this culmination is also eliminating an old status quo or an old normal, an old way of being, or an old way of relating to each other, so that we are able to get current with who we are now versus who we have been. Finally, we also have a new moon occurring in Cancer, your 2nd house of earned income and employment, on the 28th. Now, new moons are all about seed planting, new beginnings, and initiations. And in the 2-week window period following the 28th of June, a lot of you Gemini people are coming into a new source of revenue, a new source of income to play with. A lot of you may be finding new jobs, absolutely. But even if you are not looking for new work or not looking for new employment, this does look to be some kind of new, consistent, regular when it comes to your material resources. So that is what I've got for you Gemini people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.